Hi, this is your file, and all I have to say is wow. I absolutely adore this. It's the graphics, everything works beautifully, except I want you to always remember when an element like the grass or the girl or the sun wants to bleed off screen, that is wonderful. But don't ever come as close on like the word cookie over here with the exclamation point, the number 4, the number 3, even the number 6. Try to keep all your elements, and this is not a literal measurement, and I'll call it half an inch or up to an inch, have them have some breathing room to the border, okay? You're way too, I'll just tell you what the problem is. The art directors would really pick on this, and they would tell you that putting something so close to the edge of a margin makes the entire ad feel claustrophobic. So you want to give it breathing room. Okay, now what I've done, look over here in the layer palette, is I've locked up the background, okay? I've locked up the girl. I've locked up her bouquet of flowers. I also want to lock up this lily pad here that is on the bouquet of flowers. So I'm going to click it and see where it is. Let me hold the Option key. Okay, so it's in water, but I want to make sure that, okay, that's those splashes right there, that bottom splash that's on that particular flower on her head, I have to go inside it, and I want to lock it up. So what I'm going to do is marquee just this lily pad here, this shape that's on the lily pad. I wasn't saying it correct. And I'm going to group it like this. So I can lock that one up too, and you can see now that that one is locked up inside that sublayer. Now, let me make this come down again, and then I'm going to hold Control Spacebar, and look at how I can magnify the screen to my heart's content by sizing it. Let me just go down a little bit. I'm sorry. It's a little tender here, so let me put it right about there. Now, a little bit more. Okay, now I can show you what I want. So let me go back to what I was doing. Locked up the sun so it didn't move, but the words inside are going to move, and I'll move those back over. So the sun is locked. All the text is unlocked. The bottom grass is unlocked. The bee is unlocked, okay? And the big bundle here is unlocked. Now, all I have to do is click the circle for the whole layer, and only the elements that are inside it, of the ones I want to move in to the left and right, are going to work. Now, let me hit the E key and show you a cool thing. If I hold Alt or Option, I can actually grab this right-hand one, and both the left and the right-hand side will move in proportionately. Now let me move it into here and show you that by me moving it like this, I haven't hurt anything. There's nothing there that has been hurt. Not even the water bucket showing. It's kind of like a nice feel to the whole thing. Okay, now let me click away from it and show you, see the breathing room that I've given this? Now what I want to do is click this upper text here, see if I can click it. Let me see. Okay, let me go inside it and click this text here. Okay, now I can go in and recenter that text by moving the whole thing over to the right a tiny bit. Okay, so there is the difference here. Now I have, just so we can see the same, I actually saved as to a number 2. Here is your number 1 version. I'm going to ignore that, ignore all that. Now, what I want to do is magnify. I'm going to hit Control 0 to size it to the full screen. Then I'm going to hit and go to the next one and hit Control 0. So I can hit what's called Control tilde. It's the key above the Tab key to tab back and forth between these. Look at how this one has breathing room, okay, total breathing room. Look how this one feels way too claustrophobic to the edge of the file. And that's just a real subtle change that I want you always to keep in mind. Again, let's just talk about it. When an art element goes off the screen, that's perfectly fine. But when you're coming too close to the edge of the border, always give yourself breathing room. That's really what I wanted to show you, but I had to go through a whole series of stuff in order to lock everything up. Now, there's the one that I want you to concentrate on, and it's the one I'm going to save as to a PDF right now that I'm going to send back to you. And let me uncheck Preserve Illustrator capabilities so that it's not so big in memory. So now that's the only change that I wish that you would do, and you can just tell that all of this, none of what I moved hurt any part of the ad, and it didn't hurt it at all. Okay, it just has a good feel to it. So an exceptional job. You really are a good designer. I want you to move, and if I have done this, then it's my fault, but see this top of the drop coming close to the bottom of the G? That's referred to as a bad tangent. And just move it slightly, rotate the drop, or just do something to get it away from that, and then look for other bad tangents. You can't get rid of every single bad tangent, but you don't have any more. I can really look at the file, I'm looking at it, and I don't see any bad tangents, other than maybe what I did was I would move the 7 and the get enough rest just a little bit over to the right so that there's not a bad tangent with the 7 and that curve. Okay, but again, wow, what a job. Amazing. So proud of you.